Wednesday, December 2nd. There is the closing bell, guys, with the S&Ps finishing the day up 6 points. Stocks spent most of the day flat on the day. Let's dive right in, break this market down, and then go over the top 3 stocks on the day. We'll start with the S&P 500, guys, and we'll see what looked like a great day. We're only finishing up 10 points. Now, that's largely due to the overnight session, guys. We had that huge dump yesterday, and we dropped about another 15 more points. So stocks spent most of the night trying to get it back, and we kind of stayed down for the most part. We opened up, we got a nice pop. The first thing I'm noticing here is the 216 window. What happened here, guys? Well, at 216, Pelosi and Schumer are backing a bipartisan plan. However, Pelosi wants $1.3 trillion, the bipartisan group is about $900 billion, and Mitch McConnell wants about $500 billion. So they're still very far apart from coming to a deal. But the fact that they're talking, that news was optimistic for the tape, and we're seeing a nice pop, and we're seeing a nice pop into the final minutes of close. Let's take it a little bit further and take a look at the SPX and see how things are looking. Well, we take a look at the SPX, guys, and we came into this week expecting 70 points. So far this week, guys, we are up about 30 points, meaning there's about 40 points left to be made. Now we go over to the trade tab and we take a look at the 2 days out to expirations, because that's for Friday. What is the option market pricing in? About 40 points of expected move. That goes to show you guys we need to respect these expected moves. And after having an outside move last week, what makes the most sense? Maybe we close in the middle. Now, in between these barriers, that's a 1 standard deviation. That means 68% of the time we should fall in between this range. However, there are outlier events, and anything about the stimulus talk could blow us right over the top, guys. Let's move on and take a look at the NASDAQ and see what technology is up to today. Now, we take a look at the NASDAQ, guys, and it didn't put an all-time high in today. However, there is a nice size wick right here, guys. Technology and the NASDAQ want to roar, guys, because when we take a look at the RSI, guys, look at this, guys. It's an RSI of 66. However, the money flow is just surging. Even though we have a high stochastics, the MACD, this stock has room to go higher, guys. When we compare this to our Big 5, we see that the Big 5 on the day was up 0.43%. So it actually did better than the NASDAQ. However, that weight also helped keep the S&Ps intact, guys. Now, for those wondering who the Big 5 is, well, it's Google, Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, and Facebook. These guys make up over $8.5 trillion in market cap. It's basically an index inside of an index, and they can set the tone on any given day. Let's move on over and take a look at the small caps, and how are the small caps doing? We see the small caps are up about 0.2% on the day. It's our leading index on the day when we compare the four. The S&Ps up 0.25, the NASDAQ up 0.12, and the Russell up 0.3, guys. So it's our leading index, but not by much. And when we take a look at it on a year-to-date, it's up over 10%. A little side note, I was listening to CNBC, and they said Tom Lee came out and said, when the markets are up 10 to 15% heading into the month of December, 100% of the time, that monthly candle closed green. We'll see if this will be that one time it doesn't. However, those are pretty impressive numbers, to say the least. Let's take things a little bit closer and see how our sectors did. Well, we go to our top performing sector on the day, the energy sector, up over 3% on the day, guys. When we take a look at this on a year-to-date, energy is down 37%. So this is a sector that has room to run. The question becomes, can other sectors run with this sector when we see money coming into the energies? Now, what else was up today? Well, the financials were up over 1% on the day as well. On a year-to-date, financials are down about 8%, and they're close to getting positive. Financials and energy are two sectors that need to get going if we want to make all-time highs. It's just a cherry on top if technology keeps it together, either goes sideways or joins them. If they join them, watch out, guys. We browse our other sectors, and for the most part, it looks mixed across the board, with the material sectors as our worst performing sector on the day. So with the mixed sectors across the board, how's our advanced decline line looking? Well, we take a look at the AD line, we see 70 up and 30 down. Now this is in the S&P 100. So this is the top 100 market cap stocks in the S&P 500. We see about 70% of them are advancing today, which is not the best numbers, but it's a positive number to say the least. So with equities close to flat on the day, and the financials up a decent amount, how are our bonds faring today? Well, we take a look at the bonds, guys, and we see the bonds are down 0.2%. Another red candle, guys. We have to be careful here. When we throw this on a volume profile, you can see we don't have much data around this 172 level. And you can see between 172 to 170, it's a pretty big fall. We could go right to about the 170 range really quick, guys. We have to be careful what the bonds do. And when we take a look at the RSI and all the technicals on it, well, the money flow is coming down on the bonds. The RSI is about a 43, and stochastics are pulling back on this thing. Quite frankly, nobody wants to own the bonds when the Federal Reserve is in the backyard. Let's take a closer look and see what volatility is up to today. We take a look at the VIX futures, guys, and we can see it's trying to form a base here, guys. The VIX was down about 0.33%, the futures that is. And when we look at the VIX was up close to 2%. However, the VIX is a lagging indicator, and we don't really want to take much read from that. However, what I am concerned about, see this period right here? I have a feeling we can put that in. Maybe for the first 2 weeks, volatility could stay pretty rested here. However, if we do go 2 weeks and volatility goes sideways, just take a look at this on an RSI. 36 RSI. The money flow wants to go up, stochastics on the floor, and the MACD on the floor. So this could pop. However, the VIX needs something to pop. It needs a reason to go higher. It's not going to just pop off nothing, especially when you have hopes of a vaccine and possible stimulus talks on the table. Those are two ingredients that the VIX won't really like, and it could send it lower, guys. I wouldn't be surprised to see it go into the teens. However, I do own some VIX for the inauguration. I think VIX should see one more pop, at least I hope. We'll see how that plays out. But let's move on and take a look at the US dollar, go over our commodities, and then wrap things up. We take a look at the dollar, guys, and the dollar's down again today, down about 0.25% on the day, guys, and it's not looking too good. When we put this on a weekly, guys, and just take a look at this, there wasn't much time in this area, this 91.5, you could call it, to about 90. We could fall really fast to this area. However, this area should play a nice role of support, guys. But with the dollar down today, you better believe the metals are up. And we take a look at this. This is a weekly on gold. Let's go to the daily. Gold is putting a second day up and about 18.33 an ounce right now, up 0.81% on the day. However, when we look at silver, silver's up 0.35 on the day. So gold today is outperforming silver. However, gold was beaten up way more than silver. So it's all right to see that today, guys. But let's move on to Bitcoin and see what this beast is up to today. And we look at the Bitcoin futures, guys. And first thing I noticed, not too many people are buying it today. You can see half the volume from yesterday. And it's a little concerning here. However, we're not going to look at any technicals on Bitcoin because Bitcoin just defies all technicals. We could be seeing a slight pullback, but we saw one a few days ago and it came right back up and made an all-time high. Wouldn't surprise me to see Bitcoin to stay around this level for the coming weeks, but nobody knows. If you are interested in buying Bitcoin, there's a stock GBTC that you could get in. I believe it's 0.0030951 Bitcoin per share. So it's about a $5 premium you pay when you buy GBTC versus going out and actually buying Bitcoin on Cash App or Coinbase. But that's just a stock if you guys are interested in getting some Bitcoin exposure in your portfolios. But there you guys have it for the stock market breakdown, guys. Stocks are flat on the day. We're going to see what it takes to go higher. It's going to be a lot of stimulus talk. If we get some optimistic news on that, watch out, guys. We're going higher. I don't care what you say because this market eats up any positive news. But let's get on with it and let's go to the top 3 stocks on the day. So we head on over to the scan tab. We hit the scan button and there you have it. Coming in at number 3 hot stock on the day, guys, goes to ACI Worldwide. Now, ACI Worldwide is up about 11% on the day. It actually moved down on my list, but I wrote this and I'm not going to change it up. So it's our number 3 stock on the day, ACI. Now, ACI has a market cap of about $4.4 billion. And when we look at it on a year to date, it's down about 3% on a year. ACI is a software company that facilitates electronic payments. Now, ACI is up today on the news of an activist investor adding to his stake. You can clearly see the huge inflow of volume. So he's buying more shares because he believes in this company and it's down on the year. We take a look at it on an expected move, guys, and we can see, well, we were efficient last week, efficient the week before. We were on the lower edge 3 weeks back. So what happened today? Well, we pierced that upper edge, guys, and we came into this stock with about $1.50 expected move. So look for maybe 2 standard deviations, around 3. So look for possibly a $36 to play a role of support if we do see some profit taking. It did drop from the top 3, so maybe tomorrow we see some profit taking off that hype. Coming in at the number 2 stock on the day goes to Spotify Technology. Spotify is up 12.6% on the day with a market cap of about $60 billion. We see Spotify on the year is up 111%. So Spotify is hot, guys. A huge inflow of volume today. You might be wondering why. Well, the Joe Rogan Experience podcast on YouTube is now exclusively on Spotify. So he's no longer posting on YouTube, and a lot of investors flock to this stock today, guys. Spotify, when we take a look at it on an expected move, you can see, well, we are efficient 3 weeks back. Last week, we broke the upper edge. We're breaking the upper edge this week. Again, with this one, maybe it might not come down to this upper edge, but we came into this week with an expected move about $12. Look for 24, possibly around $300. Could play a nice bounce or support for Spotify going forward, but it is up a lot on the year, so a slight pullback to possibly 300 of the nice round number could be a target. Coming in at the number 1 stock on the day goes to Jumia Technologies. Now, Jumia is a repeat stock. It was on it last week. However, it's up 17.5% on the day today with a market cap of about $2.84 billion. We can see on a year to date, Jumia is up close to 400%, guys. I couldn't find any news on this stock today, but it's just looking like a dead cat bounce. Maybe some short squeezes, but when we take a look at this on an expected move, guys, you can see Jumia opened this week, blew past that expected move, blew past that expected move. So we cooled down this week. However, we're getting right above that lower edge of the expected move of around 32.25, guys. So when we take a closer look at this thing, if we can get some more buying, possibly look for this 37 level, the midline on the week, to play a target. It's a nice little snapback. Maybe we go into tomorrow with some more momentum. There you guys have it for the top stocks on the day, as well as my market breakdown. Did you watch any of these top stocks on the day? If so, where do you see them going? If you have any stocks you want to talk about, leave a comment down below. But if you guys watched this far, I really appreciate it if you hit the thumbs up button, guys. It shows me that you guys care. And if you're watching and this is your first time, I do these daily, guys. I just introduced the top 3 stocks section onto my videos to help get some more traffic on what's trending day by day. But again, guys, any comments to improve my channel? I'd love to hear some feedback, guys, some constructive criticism. But on that note, guys, have a great night. I will see you tomorrow. Take care. Peace.